All right. I want to build a Kyler stack on FanDuel then.
Let's do it.
So Jordan, let's go FanDuel. Start with Kyler. And how much is McBride?
McBride's very expensive on FanDuel. He's 7,500. But
Wow.
Marvin Harrison, very affordable. He's 6,600.
Let's try it. All right, let's go Marvin Harrison. Greg, for the sake of the show, I still want to try it with Harrison and McBride.
Okay. McBride still shows up in a lot of lineups when I run everything through the
Yep.
Sims. He's just generally expensive, but I think he
I
scores
agree, but
touchdowns.
let's try it. Because that Harrison price point is very palatable.
James Conner is also somewhat cheap on FanDuel. He's the same price as Chuba Hubbard almost.
Yeah. Yeah, except Dowdle's a lot cheaper. He's like $800 cheaper, I think. And then Chase Brown's basically the same price as James Conner.
Yeah, you've got Chase Brown is 8,100, Chuba Hubbard 7,500, Dowdle 7,100, Connor 7,900. Another one that I like, who's not all that popular on FanDuel. I know the matchup isn't great. $7,800 for Jonathan Taylor, though.
Yeah, that price is coming down a lot. Would you rather go Jonathan Taylor or just $8,100 Chase Brown?
I mean, it would rather be Chase Brown. I'm just kind of shouting out that if you guys did want to have a lower owned running back on FanDuel,
Sure.
Jonathan Taylor kind of slipping through the cracks, and his price is probably at a floor now.
I agree. Jordan, throw in Brown's defense again. Do you want to try it with Jonathan Taylor? That's fine with me.
We don't have to. I'm also looking at the salaries for the defenses on FanDuel and just making sure that the Browns are.
They're super cheap. They're 35.
There's other cheap. They're not as cheap on FanDuel as they are on DraftKings, but still fine.
I mean, that's fine. Then who do you want to go to? Like, you're not going to the Giants. The only other one, Panthers, probably. Panthers would be fine. Maybe the Jags would be fine. Let's go to the Jaguars then. Let's go to the Jags at 3,300.
I don't hate the Titans at 3,200 on FanDuel either. I know they're going up against the Bengals, but there's so many point scoring opportunities going up against Cincinnati because they throw the ball like 50 times
but you don't
game.
you don't want to. You got the Jags at the same price against the Jets team that's in mail it in mode.
Yeah, I think all of these. So running lineups through the Sims. I have all of these defenses in 10 to 15% of lineups. Browns, Patriots, Jaguars, Panthers, Titans. They all show up about the same.
That's fair. That's the way it should be. All right, that gives us 6,300, 6,400. If we go Murray, Hubbard, Chase Brown, Marvin Harrison, Trey McBride, and Jags, can we make this work with two receivers and a flex?
Yeah. Put in Chuba Hubbard, Jordan.
Wow, Ladd's only 7,100.
Yeah, Ladd is 7,100. Ridley 6K. You got
6K.
Judy is 6,900. You've got Cortland Sutton at $7,200. Brian Thomas is 6,800.
Thielen 6,100.
There's a lot of good looking players in this price range.
Is it possible to go Ridley?
We could probably go more expensive with the second running back. Let's go.
Real quick, though, I'm going to throw this out there. I'll sim it on my own side. Mm-hmm. You can go Ridley, Thielen, McConkey. Just throwing that out there. That's crazy. But all right.
Put them in.
What's that?
Put them in. Yeah, go Ridley, Thielen, McConkey.
Does he not have Chase Brown in there? Ridley, Thielen, McConkey, Marvin Harrison are the receivers. Marvin Harrison, Calvin Ridley, Adam Thielen, Ladd McConkey. That's a crazy lineup, Greg.
Yeah, looks pretty good. This will sim out very well.
Yeah. And by the way, we got to build one that I wanted to try, Thielen and Chuba Hubbard without Bryce Young. And then we'll wrap the show up with whatever you wanted to try there. Let's do that after we get this result. It's going to be good. There's no, yeah,
Yeah.
164. That's a nice looking lineup there. A
I'm
really
gonna have
nice
a lot of
looking lineup.
exposure to the Cardinals offense this weekend, which I mean they're going up against the Patriots. This isn't some kind of crazy take, but Marvin Harrison to me is too cheap in both FanDuel and DraftKings. I really like the chances of McBride scoring his first touchdown of the season this year. Maybe it'll end up being a little bit hard to get to him on FanDuel just because he is at that $7,500 price tag. But yeah, I think if the slate started right now, I probably would have more exposure to the Cardinals as a stack than any other team.
I think you're right. Man, we got to everybody here. I mean, Marvin Harrison, Ridley, Thielen, and McConkey are the wide receivers. You have McBride at tight end, Chuba Hubbard, and we got to Chase Brown with Kyler. That is a hell of a lineup. Tell me your variation there. I want to see how that plays out.
I don't really have another one. The
Okay,
only
you
other
were
thing
telling Jordan to throw something else in when we didn't have Ridley, Thielen, or McConkey in there.
so I was going to say that we could play Barkley at running back instead of Chase Brown and then go cheaper somewhere else. That was what I was thinking.
Give you 6,000 per player. So you probably leave Thielen and Ridley in there then. Unless you wanted to get rid of McBride.
Yeah, so the other thing you could do is just punt one of the wide receiver spots and go to like Elijah Moore at $4,700. He's viable on FanDuel, and that would let you fit in Barkley at running back.
Okay. Sure. That does work.
Barkley's price came down a bunch from like he was over 10K on FanDuel last weekend.
Wow, Elijah Moore is really cheap.
Yeah, he's
47?
4,700.
That is dirt cheap.
We could do
You could actually go up. You could go up to Zay Flowers, Cortland Sutton. Like you can go Marvin Harrison, Calvin Ridley, Lad McConkey with Saquon, or you could go Cortland Sutton. There's a lot you can do. So that Barkley lineup actually works.
Yeah.